Howdy, heathens. You can make your own vinegar.
So I like turning my leftover brine from my hot sauces into these really complex vinegars. This one came from my Plum-pagne sauce. Be sure to get the apple cider vinegar with the mother. You'll need the live acetic acid bacteria in order to convert the added alcohol you put into this into more vinegar. I left the plum really chunky when I made this sauce, so it was hard for the lactobacillus to get all the sugars out, which left a nice sweetness. Once again, live by the stone fruit, die by the stone fruit. That shit is the best for making hot sauces. So I'm figuring out how much brine I actually have, because I need to bring it up to an 8% ABV in order to make the right concentration of vinegar. And it doesn't matter what alcohol you add into this. Like, you can use tequila, you can use grain alcohol if you want, whatever you're fancy. I went with some of the heads from my last prickly pear brandy run. Prickly pear has a really floral herbaceous profile when you distill it into a liquor, which I think will add some nice depth to this. The tool I'm using here is called a refractometer. They're used to test volumes of certain things in a solution based on how the light refracts through the liquid. This one's set up for alcohol, so it'll tell me how much of the prickly pear I need to add in order to bring it to an 8% ABV. Fortunately, the heads are a bit strong. I think this is around 130 proof whenever I measured it, so I didn't have to add a whole lot. And it comes with this nice little case too. So there's two ways that you can let this vinegar develop. One will be just open air and you're not going to stimulate it in any way. That takes about 3 to 4 months to actually develop the vinegar, which is fine if whatever you're turning into vinegar is actually shelf-stable. And this brine should be, but it could still get a bad mold or a culture growing in it, so I do want to do it fast. Which brings me to the second option, which is far quicker than just leaving it out. You use a fish tank aerator. These tiny little aerators run on virtually no power. You can oxygenate your vinegar really quick. Like, this will get the job done in 10 to 14 days. Once you get the pH below 4.6, theoretically it is shelf stable at that point. And that happens pretty quick, so it opens up a wide world of what you can turn vinegar into, unlike traditional methods which have a limited amount of things that you can actually use for making vinegar. And unlike store vinegars, this has so much complexity to it. The depth of flavor here is unreal. This process allows you to tailor your vinegar's flavor profile to mirror that of the meal that you're trying to use it in. You're literally stacking flavor complexity and not getting away from the root flavors that you want in your final dish. It's like having a culinary cheat code. If you're like me and you like to cook and you find all this shit really interesting, then hit the subscribe and follow along, y'all. I have some big plans for some complex meals, so we'll catch you on the next fermentation.